Aye. The full channel 347 coming out of Runnymede. Um, you know, I could. Do you know what? I just saw a previous piece I did, and I don't think I put it online, and I really hated it. It was like, within 2 minutes of listening to myself, I just thought, you complete fucking dick, what a fucking dick. I don't think I put it up, and I just deleted it. I don't ever want to hear it again. It's the worst thing I've heard in my life. Jesus. Anyway, that's. I haven't got a. I've got a fire, but it's not very hot. I was gonna do. Um, I was gonna do one on. Well, you know LeFou, right? It it doesn't come out, the way you want it to. It's always gonna be slightly, skewed. There she is again. That's one. It's the same one. Gee. And this one here, right? And now meet this character. Meet this character. I was giving him. He's kind of good, right? We have conversations. You can imagine, right? Anyway, so it doesn't come out. So you get the idea, right? It's not going to come out the way you want it. Get used to it. Anyway, so I was going to do one on past, present, future. I mean, like your future or one of them. It could be. And from looking at industrialization, through the last 200 or 300 years to the present, and then thinking about what that means for the future and where we're going. Where some people are going. And you've got to be careful with this one, because I don't think it's going to be everybody. Not everybody. There's definitely, look, I know it's out of focus. This is the dick system, look. It's like you cannot do anything. I don't even know if that's in focus. And I haven't got very good eyesight anyway. I know I should have. I'm going to put my feet up. So I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm better walking, right? I was going to show you the pink up in the rhododendrons, but I've just got back and I've got a bit high on Rapture. And Rapture's like, well, I'll let you know, right? If it gets to anywhere near what I think of as Rapture myself. It's kind of edging that way a little bit, but just a little bit. I think there's a long way to go on that one, but I get the idea of it. This is the packet. Quite an interesting picture. I'm still trying to work it out. It's not easy to read that picture, but it's some kind of figure. Anyway, past, present, future. Let's get back to that. So since, let's call it industrialization. We were talking about 17th, 18th century when it all kicked off, right? With it, we've had cars for 100 years now, and really, if you think about a car, it hasn't changed that too much from the original. They've got more comfortable, right? But they do essentially the same thing. There's a few more of them, and you have less accidents than you did, and there's fewer break-ins, that kind of thing. All those things have been improved, but really the car on a road is the same thing as it was 100 years ago. And if you heard of there's a guy, I can't remember his name now, he's the guy who's going to Mars with a TV thing. I think he's involved with the American version of the Tesla car, right, which is the upgrade on all cars because it runs on energy that you create by moving. Anyway, that's one aspect which is, pretty much set to fucking just revolutionize everything. But if you think of a few other things too, like what a car is and what it represents, right, is it's the beginning stages of where we're going. So, or one aspect, because what are you going to learn about in the next few years is interdimensional travel, time travel, and all sorts of things that are coming up. And some people will be using the mechanics of what they most used to get to these places, and most people use cars, right? So you can like we're going to go to places where cars are going to be driven for you. You don't have to do a thing. You just set the course and off you go. And not long after that, you'll be going into time tunnels where you'll be going across the universe in different places, that kind of thing. And how quickly that happens is interesting because if you think about what I was saying, it took 100 years and really the car has moved on. The concept of the idea of the car um, just becoming a wraparound piece of armor on your body. You should be able to in a few, how long? I don't know. Get into a piece of armor and just fly off. Set the course because all that software will be there. To sort out any problems on the way. It's already taken care of. Even the brakes. You don't have to think about anything. Off you go. Like this is like single man travel. But what I'm saying is that's the future. That's obvious. If you think of the last 200 years, where we are now and where it could go, from the past to the future, that's the most obvious thing, right? It's the most obvious direction, and it's going to get there, right? And it might speed up as well. You might think, how quick is this really going? And we're going off the ground. You mean in 100 years we haven't even gone off the ground, but we are now? Oh my God. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Because it just is. That's how you can read it. It's obvious. And but there'll be whole loads of people who don't do that. And this is where I come on to kind of multi-dimensional travel. Did you see the what fire picked up? The rubbing hasn't turned up yet. I've gone way too long. I'm going to start this one again. I've got to listen to you because it's like I sound completely fucking dick. I'm going to keep you going for a bit. See, I have these conversations with myself, right? And I'm not going to, I can't, once I've set going, I can't turn the camera unless I need to see me when I'm looking into the camera because I'd be kind of like coming right up to your face like that. Sometimes, I'm twisting it. And I need to see myself do that with the camera. Some time ago, I asked people to turn up with cameras. 2 years ago. Someone's going to get it sometime. I know that. So it's like, there's my on-off button, right? That is really, really important for me. The on-off button. This is when the cameras and everything click in. I want a button that I can just press with my foot, right? Put my feet up and go, bye-bye. See in about 100 years,